Postgame after semifinal number 1 of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference semifinals with the victorious Western Oregon Wolves. We're joined from left to right by junior forward Tanner Omlet, senior guard Evan Garrison, head coach Jim Shaw, junior guard Ali Farouk Bey, and junior guard Demetrius Trammell. Obviously, preparing for this game, playing a triple overtime game in November obviously helped out, but Coach, let's get your initial thoughts of what was a really classic GNAC basketball game tonight.
You know, I thought that there was different opportunities for both teams to maybe separate a little bit, and anytime someone did, someone else would make a play, and the biggest thing that I wanted to do was just get ahead. You know, they would get ahead a little, we tie it, they get ahead a little, we tie it. I just wanted to play with the lead, and you know, once we got ahead and there was under 3 to go, I thought, okay, this is going to, I think, be all right. But it's a different feeling. The guy asked, why are you smiling so much in that last overtime? I said, because we were finally ahead. You know, it feels a lot different when you're always down 2 or 4 than when you're up 2 or 4. And then once it got to more than one possession, I thought, okay, we'll be all right, because now we can dictate some things to them.
The matchup that they probably favored would be their height inside, and obviously using that to win the rebounding battle tonight. You're +7 overall and +1 on the offensive board. Your thoughts on that, please?
I thought we did a phenomenal job on the glass. I thought it was a funny game in that I thought if we out-rebounded them, we would have a chance to, you know, beat them by 10 or so. And the thing that usually keeps us in games is what kept them in games, which was points off turnovers. And I mean, we didn't give them any on the fast break. We gave them 6 single-digit points. Like, if you'd have told me before the game they're going to shoot 38% and 24%, and you're going to out-rebound them by 7, I'd have said, you know, we'll win by low double figures range. But we ended up that ended up being, in my opinion, the thing that hurt us the most. Once we were 5-on-5, we could guard them, and then I wasn't sure if we'd be able to rebound, but we did a very, very good job on the boards. We got a lot of guys rebounding. I mean, Isaiah had 8, Tanner had 10, JJ had 7, Ollie had 6, Brian had 4. I mean, we had guys rebounding. Yannick had 3, and so I thought the thing would have been over sooner, except for the fact they got a lot of points that we weren't able to set our defense on.
DT, a lot of people have you pegged as just the guy that can shoot the outside shot, but tonight you showed a lot of range, especially going inside offensively, but also doing a nice job defensively against Deontay Mitchell. Can you speak to the defensive side, since we know offensively you've got the talent to shoot outside? Talk the defense against Mitchell tonight.
I just wanted to come in the game focused, you know, keep them to a season low possibly, and just try to get as many starts as we can so we could possibly win the game.
Ali, the shot you got off at the end of double overtime, did you think it was going to go in?
I thought it was going to go in. It felt good when it came off and the angle.
Yeah.
When it hit the top of the backboard, I'm like, man, this is a straight shot. But, I mean, that was the best shot that we could get coming out of the out of bounds.
You and Tanner did a great job, especially in the last couple of overtimes, playing with 4 fouls before, and late in the game you fouled to foul out. Talk about how your mindset is, and Tanner, I'll ask the same question of you, knowing that you've got 4 fouls and you've got to really play within yourselves to make sure you don't draw that 5th.
I mean, that's just a different challenge in itself. You kind of don't want to focus on, I have 4, because then you start to second guess a lot of your defensive stances and your adjustments that you want to make when you're out there. And so it's just being smart, just being mature enough. You know, I've been in the junior college level, Division I level, so you know, I've been in certain situations, so it's just, all right, I've been here before, and how mature are you? How resilient, how are you going to keep your pace together without potentially hurting your team by fouling out? And in the end, I kind of made a silly play with 5 seconds to go. The game wasn't fully over. But yeah, just being mature enough and seeing how poised I can be.
Tanner, if you could piggyback on that.
Oh, yeah. I have a bad habit of playing with my hands a little too much, so I try and move my feet. I focus on my feet when I start to get in foul trouble, and try to focus more on playing sound defense and making risks, taking risks.
Evan, for the 2nd consecutive night, you've put up a career high in points, but I think the line tonight that I'm most impressed with, and Coach would probably back me up, is 40 minutes, 3 assists, no turnovers. How do you kind of keep the mindset of protecting the basketball, but also knowing you've got to score, especially in that last possession of regulation?
Well, it's actually something I was really bad at the beginning of the season. I actually tried to make too many like fancy plays, and he got on me too much. And not too much. He's got on me a lot, and then it's gotten to be something that you just, as a point guard, you got to hang your hat on. That you just don't turn the ball over, you don't give it away, and then just staying aggressive. You know, just looking for open shots, taking the right ones, praying they were going down, and he answered tonight.
15 turnovers, high for a Western Oregon team, but you take into effect that you played 55 minutes. I think the final question I have, Coach, is there anything left in the tank for tomorrow?
You know, you need to ask him about the turnover. You know, I think that you do whatever you have to do to get ready, whether that's sit in an ice bath and get off your feet, get some rest, obviously hydrate a lot. But I think adrenaline, you know, matters a lot, and we get an opportunity to play again, and I like how we're playing. You know, I think we're playing good, and I like the fact today that we just we got so many contributions from so many people, and I thought overriding all of it was the 28-0 off the bench. You know, I thought that our depth was the biggest difference because they were pretty tired by the end, and they'd actually played guys more minutes than us, and I just thought different guys did different things. I go from the bottom up. I mean, Malik hits a huge three, makes a couple free throws. His defense has gotten a lot better. GNAC was a huge contributor today because he was able to go in and defend a little bit because our center was giving us problems. I thought Brian and Evan kind of kept us alive in the first half between the two of them. And then I thought DT's shot was the biggest one. You know, even though we made some big shots. And then, you know, I thought Ollie showed a lot of maturity because it wasn't going great for him. And then all of a sudden, in the third overtime, he was able to make some really, really big plays. And Isaiah's grown up a lot. And we were able to eventually get the floor lifted in a manner that gave us a lot of, you know, driving lanes. I had to get him to give the ball room. He needed to trust the fact that we needed to give the ball room, and the floor's all lifted. If we give the ball room, we're either going to shoot a wide open three, which JJ had some wide open looks which he could make, or we'll get layups. And we ended up finally getting some layups, his including to send the game into overtime. But that was a byproduct of guys spacing the floor right and lifting up. And I thought that was the biggest difference is I was watching the shots they were having to take and the shots we were getting. I thought we were getting a lot better shots than them. I thought they had to make harder shots.
We'll rest up quickly. Good luck tomorrow as you guys defend your GNAC championship.
Sir.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
guys.
much. Thank you.